Hey, I'm Sarah. This is Thrills and Kills Booktube. Thank you so much for joining me. I am brand new to Booktube, and today I'm going to do the small Booktuber tag so you can get to know a little bit more about me. I hope you guys have something good to drink. It's a little bit too early for my pumpkin beer here. It's the middle of the day, but I do have a good apple spiced cider tea. So I will be referring to my notes because I had to write down the questions, and I want to make sure I give a shout out to the original creator, which is Di Kitty Reed. She will be tagged down below, as well as MJ's account. I'll tag her down below, and that is where I found this video to begin with. So let's get started. The first question is just to introduce yourself. So like I said, my name is Sarah. My channel is called Thrills and Kills. I really love horror and true crime and thrillers, psychological thrillers specifically. Mostly reading, but also I enjoy movies, so you'll see some of that here. I am an elder millennial trying to figure out how to do YouTube side of reading and horror. I live on a hobby farm with a bunch of fun animals, so if you ever hear barking or donkey noises or goats in the background or a rooster, I apologize. It's my life. It is what it is. I can't escape it. I'm also pretty sarcastic and I swear a lot, so if that's gonna offend you, I'm really sorry, but then that just means I'm not the one for you. That's fine, but that's me and that's my real personality, so I'm gonna let it shine on here. It's my channel. I also love spooky decor, spooky fun t-shirts. I love to cook, I love to bake, so now that it's fall down here in the south, it's starting to cool off a little bit and not be so humid. I'm living my best life. It's spooky girl fall. And I really love any type of pumpkin type beer, October beers, dark stouts, and I also really love bourbon. I just recently came back from doing part of the bourbon trail in Kentucky. So I will always have something good to drink with me. May or may not be alcoholic. We'll see, but that's a little bit about me. Second question is, how long have you been on Booktube? So the day that I'm filming this is a Sunday, and I literally started this the Friday evening. So I have had an Instagram, a Bookstagram for a little bit, for maybe about a year, and I have terrible mental health. I'll talk about that also on this channel. And for most of 2022, I had not read at all. And I even on my Goodreads had only set my challenge at 15 books for the year. And up until like beginning of August, I was at 0 books read. And then I somehow, got back into it. Depression really sucks, and it's real, phenomenon that you just stop doing the things that you enjoy. Even though they bring you so much joy, it's very hard to kind of climb out of that hole sometimes. And so thankfully I'm on an upswing and I'm enjoying it, and so I'm going with the momentum. I'm gonna see where it takes me. And so I've hit my 15 book goal for the year, so let's see how many more I can get. And part of that with the momentum and trying to keep me motivated is doing this channel. So we'll see. And I don't know what day this will go up, but the day I'm filming it, I've been here for a total of 2 days. Next question is, what kind of videos do you make? This is mostly reading, and it's going to be horror, true crime, and thrillers. That is what I like to read. I do have a few nonfiction books on my shelves I want to read, but they are nonfiction about horror and true crime. So there's a book I want to read coming up called Nightmare Fuel, and it's like the psychology and the science behind why humans are drawn to horror and why we like to feel scared. Once in a while, I'll probably do videos about, like, I have a whole spooky t-shirt collection. I've got some really cool spooky home decor. I don't know if I find some really good bourbon or something I want to share, but that'll probably be like one-offs. The majority is going to be Booktube. What do I love about Booktube? Well, first of all, it's about books. It gives me another reason to spend money, which is a dopamine hit, which like when you have mental illness, like you're looking for your next dopamine hit. No, but really, I love reading. It's my favorite pastime, and people who enjoy reading and people who enjoy it so much that they go to the point of making, Instagram or YouTube accounts for it, they're usually such kind people. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm naive, but it just seems like there's not that much drama, and it's just like happy people discussing books that they enjoy back and forth. So, and I also, I work remotely and I live kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's just really hard to make friends in real life. A lot of my friends have children, I don't, and so I also really love that Booktube is another way to make connections with people who have things in common with you. What type of books do I read? I've said this how many times now, but horror, true crime, psychological thrillers. This is actually the shelf with some of my favorite books. I do need to kind of reorganize and reshuffle, but some of my favorite books are Rebecca. That's my all-time favorite. Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson is another all-time favorite. Where this little one, The Turning of the Screw by Henry James. And then if we're talking about more modern, I'm currently reading this book called The Revelator. I think that's going to be one of my favorites for the year. I just finished Hex and I really enjoyed that. And Michael McDowell. I've only read The Elementals so far, but like I would sacrifice my mother if it meant I could bring him back to life, because I'm so sad that he is passed and we're never going to get any more works from him because he's phenomenal. He also did the screenplay for Night Before Christmas. He worked on that and did the screenplay for Beetlejuice, if you didn't know that. What is my favorite video that I've made? I haven't made that many. I'm working on a reading vlog for Chasing the Boogeyman, which is the current book pick for my book club, the Dark and Twisty book club, which I'll also link down below. I'm really enjoying reading that because and making a video about it because I'm leading the discussion. It is my book club. It was my pick. So I'm just having to think about it on a deeper level. It is a novel, but it is a novel that's pretending to be a true crime story. It's very meta. The gentleman who wrote it, Richard Chizmar, he is also the narrator in like a fictionalized version of himself in the story, also named Richard Chizmar. So it's a really unique kind of book, and it's making me think a lot about like the true crime obsession. Why do women enjoy true crime? Where do we draw the line? What is and isn't acceptable as consuming it as a form of media? So I'm really excited for that video to come out. I'm proud of it. That's all the questions, other than it says to tag some other small booktubers. I will find a few folks and tag them down below. I'm pretty new to this. I don't really know what the etiquette is as far as like tagging other people, especially because like I don't know them, they don't know me. It's kind of like a rando. So I'll leave a few people down there that I really enjoy. But that's it. That's me. I'm Sarah. This is Thrills and Kills. Thank you for stopping by and stay spooky.